You hold the paper in your hands. It's folded, overly worn and stained with tears. You unfold it and glance at the words, then quickly fold it back up again. She promised that she'd go there with you, all the way to the end. But you didn't make it in time, as you went ahead without you. You are alone. Sorry, I thought it had crashed then. Okay, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pillars of Rust, which is, as you can see, a third-person horror game with some freaky camera angles. I wish I could be near you, to hold you and to hear your voice. We speak through these walls, phone, distance. There's another. I don't want to be alone here. I don't want to be without you. Okay, this is very interesting. So this game was rather... What? Oh, I see. W moves you forward, not in terms of where the camera is looking, but where the character is pointing. Okay, this is a strange system. This is very cinematic. Assume that this camera angle is a fully planned and predetermined thing. Whoa. So this game is rather cryptic on its page about what the story is all about. You pick up the note off the desk and look at it, and then put it back. Why did you leave me here alone? Why can't I hear you? A mirror? A mirror. Is that her? The reflection in the mirror feels cold and distant. I wish you were near me. I wish I could hear your voice. It feels like you're far, and you keep yourself further. So this will probably be a slightly slower, more relaxed, story-based ordeal. This feels like a prison sentence. There's no bars keeping me in, laying in bed again, unable to move, just try and get some quiet. Enough quiet to let me be okay for just a moment. Okay, I thought we were in some sort of a church, not in a deleted scene from The Evil Within. Okay, this is freaky. Reminds me of old Resident Evil for the camera angles. I am stuck here, alone. Trying to get out of this place. Oh, another place this reminds me of is the Pit, but the walls aren't real. The Pit DLC from Fallout 3, if you remember that. I've had similar sort of architecture and everything being covered in blood. I'm just stuck in my own head. Why am I locked in this place? These controls seem a little counterintuitive, but you get used to them quite quickly. This is strange. So what relation is the other person to me? Where did they go? I missed the train that night. I was stuck overnight at the station. It was just me and her. I just wanted to be together. I often walk through this dream, like many of them. They're carved into my memories. When I sleep, I often return here, but I know I'm alone here. There are memories I have, little reminders. I want to put them in the trash. Okay, so now we've got a sort of a VHS filter on. Oh, I see, because this is a memory. This is a memory of being at the train station. I see. So why was put them in the trash highlighted? Why was that written in a different colour? Is that supposed to be a clue? To tell me that there's something... I think I walked into a bench. Yes, I did walk into a bench. Perhaps that was a clue to try and tell me that I need to put something in the bin. He says, walking into a wall twice because he can't figure out where he's going. Yes, I would assume that this game is taking a very cinematic approach with more storytelling than perhaps traditional gameplay. I can't leave here. Okay, so if we're not trying to leave, where are we trying to go? Into that back room? She said that I was staying here with her overnight, so presumably I'm trying to find her. Trying to find something is not an uncommon objective in a dream. What's this? What's this red thing? Oh, it's another door. The door is locked. I cannot exit it. Oh, I see it. The door with the light over the top. That makes a bit more sense. Okay, what's in here? More benches and more trains. More extremely short trains. This camera angles. No, you don't want to leave here either. Oh, gosh. This camera. I feel... Okay, I can do this in first person. I might stick in first person for a while. Just until I can figure out exactly what's going on. So there's a number of different doors, but I can't actually use any of them. So it said something about putting them in the trash. Perhaps I can interact with one of these bins? Look in the trash. Part of a shirt I used to wear. It made me feel close, it made me feel safe. Press E to return the item to the bin. Okay, so now I have a little drawing on the side of my screen. Okay, I'm not quite sure how that helps me. Are these the varying different memories? A photo taken from a dream. Okay, I can't make out what that is. There is a pair of these. I made this as a token of love. Okay, so we have some cloth, a photograph, and a couple of necklaces. These presumably all relate to my relationship with the woman. I used to scratch some strange glyphs into the pages of this book. It used to fill me with hope. You get hope from strange drawings? That's an interesting way of looking at things. A strange coffee mug. It looks familiar. I can't make out what either of those words are going to be. What other items are we going to find? I don't think there's enough space on the screen for 3 more. Just trash. Oh, I see, because some of them don't actually have a memory in them. Okay, that one's completely empty. Is it? Yes, that one's completely empty. Okay. Okay, I didn't press Q, I pressed Shift, but never mind. I assume there isn't a run. Okay, so I've got my memories. Am I now able to leave? Am I now able to access the red door? Because it said it was locked. The other ones we were merely refusing to leave by. This one was locked. So this one was singled out with some unique distinction. So perhaps this door is now open. Open door. It hurts. Everything hurts. My eyes burn, my face is raw, and I want to scream. I want to cry. I just lie there and plead for a way to sever this connection, to numb these feelings. I can't get out of bed, so I must just lie here alone till I fall asleep. So, we're not exactly a happy camper, I see. Kitty arms. What am I looking at? This is like a strange painting. There's a certain pain with being alive, having to deal with the something or others that I didn't get a chance to read. The sting of every memory I remember, taking great comfort in all of those memories, the small words, the little trinkets, and my giddy aunt, these go by too fast. The scribbles on paper whispers in one's ear, all of those memories, all the things I held so close to me, their splinters underneath fingernails, a horrible pain, something that doesn't stop, and you cannot find relief. I'd crawl onto my dark spaces, block out the sun. Oh, you really need to stop moving when those messages come up. Gnaw at the skin, thrash around, bloodied, broken, scared, like a wounded animal, wanting to free the pain trapped inside. It's not there. It never was there. How am I supposed to cope? It feels as if the light has bled from my life. I hope that the hope that I once had is gone. I feel like a walking shell, moving through space without aim. Anything I can do to make me feel anything other than the suffocation, to distract my brain from the sorrow I feel. I'm so tired. Okay, this is a strange place. It says dream, so these must be the symbols that were associated with the different memories we collected. It says hope. Okay. It says safe. So that's the shirt, the book, and the photograph. So why are we here? Whose home is this? Is this my home? It says love. That must be the necklace then. Oh lovely, we're doing demonic rituals in the bedroom now, are we? I suppose eventually you have to spice things up one way or another, don't you? I wake up and sit there as my body becomes plunged back into reality. I check my phone, that cruel window into the world. I think about you and I cannot stop myself from crying. I wish I could just shut it off. I wish I could pull the cord and turn myself off. I want to be near you again, but I am alone. This is extremely sad. I loved you so much. I hate all these memories. These maps, for want of a better word, I want to throw it all away. Very much remind me of I want to forget forever. Very much remind me of a certain type of dream that some people get when they're ill. I want to be held. Where they have a dream of some sort of impossible task. I hate myself so much. They have a dream of this sort of insurmountable goal, like a mountain they have to climb, but every step they take they never seem to get any closer to the top. These very large worlds sort of remind me of that. I'm sorry. I touch my scars to see if they will still bleed. They have been scarred over. Pain is there, the memory of being hurt. I limp along, but I can prop myself up and keep moving forward. These memories that gnawed at me again feel warm. It's a different warmth, a bittersweet one. I wonder if all the pain was worth it in the end. Maybe it was, maybe this is what was meant to go. Sometimes two souls' paths diverge. Thank you for everything. Oh, I see, I'm still in control here. Little birds. Are the things. I'm still sick of games that do that, but never mind, it doesn't matter. That was interesting. That was very strange, and that was... I might as well just go back to the main menu for the sake of it. That was very strange. That was very, that was quite different, because I suppose it was a bit like a visual novel in the sense that it was very based on story rather than gameplay, but at the same time it was also seemed to try to tell the story in an equally visual and worded way, with the strange imagery and the strange locations and the strange sounds, while at the same time describing it in a very emotional rather than physical focus, which is not something I've seen before. Excuse me a second. Sorry, I've had something stuck in my throat for the last while and a half. But this, I like this. This was different. I mean, I know there are many people that have a dislike for sort of a fixed camera position that then moves to different points in order to follow you around. So I understand that some people don't like this, but as somebody who hasn't experienced many of those, I find those quite interesting to see, and as also to think about the reasons why the designer chose to make that decision to do that, because it puts an awful lot more emphasis on the cinematics and the story is trying to tell rather than anything else. But that was interesting. I suppose in that case, due to the length, this will be a double barrel shotgun of horror. I never know whether there's going to be a shotgun or not, because I never know how long these games are before I play them. But I enjoyed that. That was Pillars of Rust. Let's find something else to play. An error has occurred. It's a stormy night. You find your old computer. That's some very loud thunder you got there, kiddo. Okay, hopefully that won't be too loud for you now. So, there's a storm rolling by. We found our old computer, and there's a game to be played. Press E to use the computer. Oh, I see. We're taking a very literal perspective on this game-playing thing. Okay. So again, this was a game with very little information on its page, but it looked kind of exciting. And I'm always interested in slightly meta experiences when it's a game within a game. Those always have their charms. Those are always good. Okay, that was a freaky design. I see the crazy hat clubs in town. Oh. Came from nowhere, went to nowhere. Could quite adequately describe my career on the internet. Anything in here? I can't see anything. I can't seem to crouch. I don't... Can you hear that? I don't know, I turned the volume down for all of the thunder. I wanted to turn it back up again, so you can enjoy the jump scares. Okay, so we seem to be in a hospital. Tiled walls, tiled floors. Hello. Hello, friend. Hospitals are relatively common places for a nice spooky experience. Was that Batman? He's the only one I know that wanders around in vents. 'Cause, you know, everybody else has the sense to go in the front door. What earth is that? Looks like a tree made of spiderwebs. A game within a game within a game? Uh-oh, that's not good, is it? Problem has been detected. Oh dear. Uh-oh, many errors. This isn't good, is it? Did you see that spooky face? I saw spooky face. Oh dear. I appear to have had some sort of a tantrum. Probably from the fact that I don't actually seem to have any kitchen furniture, which means I probably never wash. Hi! It's Meaty Jeremy! Yes, very funny. I know this isn't real. Oh dear. Well, it seems like this is going to be a slightly shorter shotgun than usual. I hope you don't mind too much. But anyway, that, I suppose, was an error has occurred and pillars of rust. Those were both very interesting. That was a little... That didn't take itself quite too seriously, which is nice. I don't like it when games take themselves so horribly seriously that they forget that a game is supposed to be fun. And that was fun. Yeah, it was very simplistic, very straightforward, very uncomplicated, but at the same time still quite fun. And now we've got ourselves a new character to add to the roster of Jeffs, or whoever they are who stand over there. We've got Jeff the Cannibal, now we've got Meaty Jeff, who are probably going to like each other very much. So we'll see how many other Jeffs will breed in time now that we've got multiple of them, assuming that the random Jeffs off camera are not asexual. Anyway, I have no idea what I'm talking about, but it doesn't matter because that's the end of the shotgun. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other and good night.